Yeah, Dre Greenlaw, get down. Here's George Kittle on Dre Greenlaw.
Dre Greenlaw, get down.
Were you yelling for Dre to get down on that second?
I think the whole stadium was yelling. I think I could hear you guys up there yelling him to get down. Yeah, see, they were in the back. Goodness gracious. You know what? I was like, dude, Dre, what are you playing backyard football? Oh, my goodness. Like, the game, just go down. Especially, like, every time he cut, it was like an NBA crossover. I was like, oh, my God. So, yeah, that might have been the most stressful part of the night was his interception. Both of them. Just didn't want to follow the convoy. It is what it is. We'll learn from it.
We'll learn from it.
The entire defense, I'm watching them. I'm like, do any of you realize just get down and this game's over?
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, my God. Greenlaw was awesome. He had a whap hit on Kraft, the tight end, trying to block. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable hit. Also, Diamond Lenore got offensive pass interference on a play. He almost had an interception. I thought the refs were sketch in both directions, both against the Niners, against Green Bay. There were a lot of questionable things. But the play that no one's talking about, that I was surprised they didn't have Jordan Love get checked out under the tent, the 4th and 1 hit by Dre Greenlaw, helmet to helmet, which if you're going to like put your head in there on those quarterbacks'
You're going to get hit in the head.
You are.
It's going to happen.
And I'm not condoning helmet-to-helmet hits. It's kind of like a byproduct of that play.
Right.
I thought Greenlaw was awesome in this game.
No,
and Fred Warner in the first half was awesome.
Fred Warner now third all-time in 49ers history with 71 tackles in the playoffs.
Really?
Bowman's number 1 with 78 tackles. Ken Norton Jr., number 2 with 73 tackles.
Wow.
Greenlaw now in 5th place with 62 overall tackles. If he amasses, say, 10 next week against the Lions, well, he'll be in the top 3 alongside Fred Warner, Ken Norton, and, of course, Navarro Bowman. So Greenlaw, 2 interceptions. He was huge. Fred Warner played really well, but that front four, and, there was a Packer fan behind me. He goes, Brock Purdy ran out of bounds on one play, and the Packer fan goes, take the 15, basically saying, hit Brock Purdy. So I waited till after the game. I was like, hey, man, you can have a 15. I'm going to take the dub. And he just looked at me and goes, you've been waiting all night for that, huh?
What did you make of the Diamond Lenore push? Because it was Jordan
legal.
Love was stiff-arming him going out of bounds, and I'm not sure if they showed the replay.
Yeah, I watched the game back twice yesterday. I watched it back that night, Saturday night. I watched it back in the morning before, and then I watched the game back before I went to bed. It was a legal play.
I didn't like that they gave double penalties. 71 or 72 for Green Bay was the one 71. Who initiated the fight. Randy Gregory was just walking over. There were 2 bad plays. The Trent Williams one on the punt return or the kickoff return. Trent Williams, what are you doing?
Josh Myers, the center for the Green Bay Packers, came in to defend his quarterback. It was much ado about nothing. Let's go to...
It did feel like, real quick, Bonte, that the Packers were definitely told to bait these guys. Throughout the game. It did feel like they were getting chippy after. But that's playoff football.
Playoff football.
It is.
And on the road, right?
And you're the underdog.
Exactly.
So you do what you got to do to really charge up the favorites here.
If I'm a Green Bay fan, I am sick to my stomach that you lost that game, right? Like, you missed a field goal. You turned the ball over multiple times. It felt like you left Aaron Jones on the tarmac at the end of that game.
Well, first 2 drives, you don't score touchdowns.
Exactly.
You settle for 3.
Exactly.
And you don't get one on 4th and 1 inside the 15-yard line. So
and you
should have walked away with 10. Yeah, you should have walked away with 10 points.
So if I'm Green Bay, I'm sick to my stomach. On the other side, looking at Green Bay, I'm saying, all right, now this year's this year, but moving forward, that's a team with a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
They're a very impressive team, and I think they're going to be a factor, and we're going to get Niner Packers again.
Yeah, we may see that at some point. No doubt about that. Let's go to, a lot of lines here. Let's go to Jason in Wisconsin. Jason, what's happening? You're on a roast.
Let's go, Niners. Good morning, boys. Live from Green Bay home. I couldn't be happier to get this win. And check it out. The boys struggled in adverse conditions. We know how they play in the rain. But I tell you what, Glock Purdy and the boys, 6 of 7 in the final drive. He put it together when it mattered. If it was Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, anybody else doing it, we would have said, man, they found a way to win. And dang it, man, the Niners found a way to win, and we're moving on. I couldn't be happier for the team. Couldn't be happier for them boys in the locker room. Did it without Debo. Hope he gets back. I love you, boys. I need a little more energy, though, after the win. Let's go,
Niners. What you need from us? You're not getting enough energy? What's up, Jason? You're not getting enough?
Man, Bonte, there was no oh baby this morning.
No.
You didn't drop no oh baby this morning. I need a little bit more, boys, respectfully.
All right, I got you. Maybe I'm old babied out. Maybe I'm just exhausted. Saturday night was exhausting. Sitting through that game, stressed out. Anna told me after the end, she goes, babe, I've never seen you that quiet during a football game. You were shook.
That's playoff football.
And I was like, you know what? I was a little shook. I was talking to Dumas yesterday.
Oh,
he goes,
the guy who says he watches sports super calm and chill?
No, I usually do. But I was shook. When Green Bay came right down the field and ate over 7 minutes off the clock, and they kicked the field goal. And then Brock Purdy, on the first drive of the game, almost throws that pick six to Darnell Savage. I go, oh, boy, it is going to be a grimy game. So, yeah, I was nervous.
What was the energy like in that parking lot heading in there?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah?
It was great. It was old school Kettlestick vibes.
Yeah?
It was great. It was rainy. It was nasty. You just knew it was a fist fight coming. You heard the beats, and I was just like, boy, this. I told Anna and my sister Brittany, we're walking there, I go, I feel like this is going to be a grimy one. This has grimy written all over it. And you know what? It turned out to be grimy, and the Niners won. Brock Purdy came through in the clutch. Kyle Shanahan called some damn good plays on that final drive, and we survived, and we advanced. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. Yeah, I was shook.
That was a roller coaster game.
I was exhausted. And it was a sigh of relief after the game said,
well, that's what makes this one different than some of the other, nail biters that the Niners have won. Let's just go like the Green Bay game where they went to Lambeau a couple years ago. They were the underdog, right? Yeah. Green Bay had the Hall of Fame quarterback and the all-world wide receiver. Right. And the Niners were limping in, even though they had beat Dallas the year prior. Like, they were the team that was the hey, we just got into the playoffs, and we're here to upset you. Niners were 10-point favorites in this game. And as soon as that first drive, they took 7.5 minutes off the clock, I was like, well, all of my predictions are going out the window. I mean, that game, the field conditions were sloppy. Gibson's still falling all over himself somewhere. The fact that they found a way to win that game was nothing short of a miracle, quite honestly, if you watch that game all the way through. No, a lot of things had to break their way.
No, it did, no doubt.
LaFleur was very good in this game.
No, he was. Let's go to Jose in Oakland. Jose, what's happening?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Jose.
Good morning, guys. 3 points, I'll make him quick. Moody, he has only one job, to kick field goals. He missed one, just like you can guarantee the guy is going to miss one per game.
Well, that was a block.
Also, his kickoff, he on the kickoff, he get the Packers the ball, at the 39-yard line. It was a short kickoff. And now moving on to Wilkes. He had 2 weeks to get ready. 2 weeks. His game plan didn't change. It seems like the guy has the same game plan every single time. And the only thing that saves this guy is the fact that we have some of the best defensive players in the game. That's the only thing. But I see no imagination coming from him. Matt, I miss Saleh. I miss D'Amico Ryan, honestly. This guy, if we could play in this game and we make it to the Super Bowl, I mean, either the Ravens or the Chiefs, they're not the Green Bay Packers. And let me tell you something. Yesterday, honestly, the Packers deserved to win that game. We got lucky that we got away with that one. With 2 weeks,
doubt.
That was a shameful job as far as them getting prepared.
Well, I want to get into Wilkes just a split second here, B. Some of these personnel decisions, I saw Joseph Day. Joseph Day was playing heavy snaps. I didn't understand the rotations. Oren Burks out there for lots and lots of base down snaps. Like, we miss Al-Shaair. That's number one. Number two, then Logan Ryans at safety? Who? He's been here like a month and a half, and you're playing Logan Ryans the entire game? I don't know. Some of the personnel decisions regarding who was playing were driving me crazy.
Well, I'm looking at the snap count here, especially for the defensive line.
Yeah, give it to me.
Javon Kinlaw played 20 snaps.
He actually had a couple of pressures.
Chase Young played 45 snaps. 45 snaps. Oren Burks played 20 snaps. 20 snaps for Oren Burks. Interesting there. Day, here, I'll pull up the rest of the stats. Joseph Day, yeah, they just signed up for the Chargers, which we all liked, right? We all liked that move.
Yeah, as a 50 tackle.
Yeah, but, you know.
Not playing the first quarter. Like, they rotated the first two drives. I was like, Bosa's been off a month. I'm paying him $130 million. Get him back on the field.
Yeah, no, Bosa.
I've had enough.
Bosa in the snap counts is a little weird.
What is Bosa's?
Let me, I'm trying to find it here. We'll go to a line, and I'll look for it here. Let's go to
Adam in
San
finally came back. I just wanted to see him play more.
Adam in San Francisco, what's going on?
Guys, good morning. People were saying, not having the fire this morning. I'm with you that, like, it's taken me 48 hours to just emotionally recover from that game. Like, my God, like that game took years off my life. But here's what I'll say. that, yeah, the team looked like they hadn't played in 3 weeks. I mean, you had the bye. You didn't play a lot of the starters against the Rams, and so the last meaningful amount of football that they played was the Commanders. So, like, that's what I think coming in. They've like Shasky said, they had that wake-up call. The rust has been shaken off, and it's like it is, nut up or shut up time now. Like, this team coming in is hot. Aaron Jones ran all over us. Well, now you got Montgomery and Gibbs to worry about. You got St. Brown. You got Laporta. I don't think their defense is all that great, but they can make timely, big plays. Aiden Hutchinson's a problem. Branch is a problem. But I'm so happy, obviously, but the amount of growth in that final drive to come back, win the game the way they did, I just think that now the wake-up call has happened. The rust has been shaken off. The weather is supposed to be better next week, so I don't think our defenders are – I mean, how many plays did we see a guy wide open and then you see the replay because the guy slipped? I'm like, what's going on? So we're good. I didn't go to Moonshine like I said I was going to, so maybe, I don't know, a little superstitious there, but we got the dub, guys. We're good, and we're going to win this Sunday.
On the touchdown pass that Jordan Love threw to Melton over the top where Gibson fell, Gibson was getting beat on that play whether he fell or not.
Right.
The two guys came flying up on some bubble screen fake that they were doing. Gibson was going to get burned on that play. Now, whether it would have been a more contested catch, because Melton did have to get his feet down or whatever, like, whether he fell or not, they were getting burned on that play. LaFleur was in his bag.
Well, a couple things here. I keep hearing the turf, right? The Niners slipping and
both
they're
teams
on
have the turf.
Well, the Niners are their home team. How do we not adjust to our own grass at home? I can see if we're on the road and we're slipping around. Green Bay didn't have a lot of slips like the Niners did. The Niners practice here. All right? So they got to figure that out. That's inexcusable to not know your field and be the team that's slipping around and stuff like that. I have an issue with that. Yeah, I have an issue with that. Now, in terms of snap counts, Bosa played 63 snaps. That was the most of any defensive lineman on the football team. Eric Armstead played 46, Chase Young 45, Hargrave 44. Joseph Day only played 10 snaps. Felt like 10 too many at times.
9 too many.
But he only played 10 snaps. So the rotations were a little tighter, believe it or not, folks. Bosa played 63 snaps. You get paid that type of money? I don't want to hear that maybe it's too many snaps for Nick Bosa.
No, that's not.
You got to perform at a higher level.
100%. Dude, I'm critical of Bosa because I believe him to be one of the greats, right, in terms of talent. I watched him get stood up by 13, the receiver, and multiple times. It's like, come on, dude, you got to know the chip is coming.
Yep, no doubt.
If this pass rush, we could talk about Ambry Thomas till we're blue in the face. If this pass rush doesn't get home with the amount of money that they've invested into it, we're in trouble.